So, as we think about small d democracy and what that means, I'm going to ask you all to close your eyes for a second. Just indulge me. I want you to imagine a country where every eligible voter not only has access to the ballot, but votes. That they have the information that they need. That every child has an opportunity to receive a quality education, where people have access to good housing at a fair rate, where people actually are able to afford to live in their country off of a living wage, where seniors have access to healthcare and medicines without going into debt or cutting their medication in half because they simply can't afford it. And where women have autonomy over their bodies and their healthcare decisions. Now open your eyes. That is what the League is fighting for every single day. Because democracy isn't just the act of casting a ballot. It is about making sure that people in this country have the ability to live a life free from fear, intimidation, healthy, well-educated, with good, clean air to breathe, where people aren't afraid to call their police officer because they're afraid that if they are a black or brown person in this country, that they will get shot in the process. Those are the types of things that the League is fighting for. And here in Montgomery County, it's not just about voting, and that is the most important thing that we celebrate time and time and time again. And I will say that is the one thing I hear from everybody, the Montgomery County Voter Guide. I get more compliments about that. So kudos to you all for the great work, but also kudos to the Montgomery County League for making sure that not only people are getting the information they need, but that they're registered to vote, they know where their polling location is, that they know who their elected representatives are and know how to reach them when there's an issue. And for being that voice, the League observers, people who go in and pay attention to what's happening in county meetings and reporting back to their neighbors. See, that's what democracy looks like. That is democracy in action. And I will tell you, I just came back from Utah, as Vicki shared, and there was, one of the big conversations was about a book ban that was happening. That for many of you, and I'm sorry, I know I only have 5 minutes, so please, but there was a book that I read when I was a kid called Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret by Judy Blume. And the book is banned. The Diary of Anne Frank is banned. And the one thing I say is we always think it can't happen to us. Well, guess what? Coming soon to a community near you. That's what happens when democracy is not working. And so I want to celebrate the Montgomery County League for the work that you do, not only to provide access to voters, to protect democracy. Doing that hard work time and time again, being those voices. And I want to ask everybody in this room to remember that those voter guides aren't free. They actually cost money to print. The website costs money to maintain. That it costs resources. And so if you can, give what you can to help power that work, to make sure that every voter has the information they need. And I would also ask, if you are not a member of the League, there are plenty of people, you see lots of LWV stickers here tonight. Please, any one of these wonderful people here this evening would love to have you become not only a member of the League in name, but also in action, because there's lots of work to be done. There are lots of people who need to be able to help monitor the polls. We need those volunteers. We need volunteers who will help chase around your elected leaders and people who are running for office to say, please fill out the voter guide. We need people to do those things. And so I ask you, please, not only to give of your resources, but to give of your time to join this wonderful movement, this wonderful group of individuals who are doing such great work to empower voters and defend democracy here in Montgomery County. So I want to thank you all. Thank you for having me.